The revolution that wasn't, and some tripping balls, man. Let's get high. Let's learn the fun-sized story of Bacon's rebellion and psychedelic class warfare. Here in these United States, we pride ourselves on our rebellious spirit. Our country was forged in rebellion and we'll be goddamned if someone treads on us. We live on to fight the tyranny of anybody who would try to make us put a piece of cloth on our face. Too soon? Stop us from getting blitzed off of illicit substances. And any jackbooted thug who would try to restrict our intake of saturated fats. No deep fried Twinkie or turducken. I'm sorry, I thought this was a free country. To bring this full circle, let's start with Bacon. No, not that Bacon. Nathaniel Bacon. Now, old Nate was the son of an English nobleman who decided to try his luck in the colony of Virginia in the late 1660s. He bought a plantation in Western Virginia on the frontier and quickly developed a hatred of the local Native American peoples. He felt that the colonial governor was not providing enough protection from native raids, which is, raids on their own land, whatever. Bacon decided to raise his own paramilitary force, which, being a sizable private army, got the colonial governor, William Berkeley, a little worried. He summoned Bacon in front of the assembly in Jamestown, the capital, and rather dramatically bared his chest and dared Bacon to shoot him. While Bacon didn't shoot, he started a rebellion. Bacon's rebellion. 'Cause, yeah. So a group of lower class people, armed and ready for mayhem, ran amok for 2 years, causing destruction, occasionally causing the government to flee Jamestown, and eventually burning the city down. And oh, did the rich people hate those poors. Nicholas Spencer, a plantation owner, wrote, quote, "He is sufficiently strengthened with the rabble, of which sort this country chiefly consists, we serving as a sink to drain England of her filth." End quote. And another planter, Edward Hill, targeted a female rebel with some choice words, writing, quote, "Sarah Weeks was an idle, infamous slut to the highest degrees of robbing, thieving, and whoring." End quote. I've seen nicer things scribbled on bathroom walls. Some historians have opted to see the precursors of the American, the French, hell even a communist revolution here, given that black and white indentured servants and some women, all of little means, allied to fight an entrenched upper class. Not so, my friends. The vast majority of battles were actually directed at massacring natives, which monopolized the rebels' focus and likely contributed to their loss. They even as a group issued a Declaration of the People and a manifesto advocating for the annihilation of all Indians. They described them as, quote, "the protected and darling Indians," writing, quote, "Now what greater guilt can be then to oppose and endeavor the destruction of these honest, quiet neighbors of ours," end quote. Sarcasm much? If that wasn't clear enough, the manifesto continues, quote, "Another main article of our guilt is our design not only to ruin and extirpate all Indians in general, but all manner of trade and commerce with them," end quote. So definitely not Karl Marx. Plus, Marx knew how to spell in English, 'cause wow, that's just whatever you felt, I guess. Ultimately, Nathaniel Bacon died of dysentery, and the rebellion died down, especially when King Charles II sent over 1,000 soldiers who arrived once everything was pretty much over. The alliance between the poor of different races freaked out the wealthy aristocrats, who passed laws elevating poor whites over blacks legally to undercut future alliances, starting a grand old American tradition. And Bacon was dead, so from then on, the Native Americans were, totally safe. We do have a humorous anecdote about a plant named during Bacon's rebellion. Jamestown weed, or Jimsonweed. Spritz again. Jimsonweed is a toxic hallucinogen native to the Americas. Related species exist in Eurasia, so various cultures such as the Native Americans, South Asians, and the Chinese have used small doses for medicinal purposes. In slightly higher doses, however, you get blurred vision, dilated pupils, flushed skin, amnesia, and powerful delirium. Oh yeah, and death, so don't freaking try this stuff. In our modern times, there are tales, likely urban myths, of travelers getting drugged into a stupor with this stuff, and then getting robbed blind. Get it? Some of the British soldiers at Jamestown decided to gather some greens for a salad, unwittingly choosing some Jimsonweed. Hilarity ensued, at least for their colleagues, for they turned natural fools upon it for several days. One would blow up a feather in the air, another would dart straws at it with much fury, and another, stark naked, was sitting up in a corner, like a monkey, grinning. They would have wallowed in their own excrements if they had not been prevented. This apparently went on for 11 days, and the affected soldiers had no memory of it. The Navajo people have a name for Jimsonweed: imbecile producer. And now we know why. As always, remember, history isn't just kings, dates, the reefer, Lucy in the sky with diamonds, man. It's the story of you and me, just in different circumstances. One big soap opera, and we should learn it that way. Yo, subscribe. And remember to follow me on Instagram, join the conversation on Reddit, and consider becoming a patron at patreon.com.